Peace and blessings. Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom. On this episode, we're going to discuss the one and only thing that would make Michael Jordan the GOAT. And this one thing is basketball related. It wouldn't be related to most of the things that make Michael Jordan the GOAT under Michael Jordan fans' eyes, which are truly subjective factors. Such things like the eye test or killer mentality or playing in the toughest era ever, just to name a few of these subjective factors. But none of these truly make Michael Jordan the GOAT. But we have found something that would make Michael Jordan the GOAT over everyone. And this one thing that Michael Jordan has that no other player has definitely would make him the GOAT. Because we know when we're talking about the most accolades, Michael Jordan doesn't have the most accolades. We know when we're talking about the most championships, Michael Jordan does not have the most NBA championships. We all know that this goes to Bill Russell. But instead of recognizing Bill Russell, what Michael Jordan fans tell us is that Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain do not count. Because even when they try to go to the peak level of players' careers, they try to use Michael Jordan as the GOAT. And even under those standards, Michael Jordan is not the GOAT compared to someone like a Bill Russell or a Wilt Chamberlain when we're talking about peak in the game of basketball. So if Michael Jordan doesn't have the stats, the accolades, nor the peak to be the GOAT, they try to stick to the fact that Michael Jordan is just the best player to win the most championships. And they do this to discredit, obviously, Bill Russell and the guys who have more championships than Michael Jordan, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who has 6 alongside Michael Jordan. Then on top of that, they like to throw in the idea of how many times you made the finals to win the championships. But as you can see here, there are guys who are 8-0 in winning the NBA finals as far as being champions. So championships definitely do not help Michael Jordan when we're talking about the GOAT debate. But like previously stated, we have the only way to make Michael Jordan the GOAT of basketball. And it will be basketball related and revolving around winning championships, like Michael Jordan fans love to discuss when they're talking the GOAT debate. Now, one of their best arguments is that Michael Jordan won the most championships as the best player in the world. But we know that is false because Bill Russell was the best player in the world between 1959 and 1966 and won countless championships under that era. So this criteria would not make Michael Jordan the GOAT, as that as well would go to Bill Russell. So what would make Michael Jordan the GOAT of basketball is an actual basketball term, which is being the best first option ever in NBA history. And you ask, what is an actual first option? Well, a first option player is an offensive focus of a team. This is a player that a team basically relies on to score and generate points for their team. This player has also a profile. This profile is a player that possesses a strong offensive skill set that can actually score the ball, play make, and actually has an ability to create their own shot. And from a team's perspective, the first option player is the player that is expected to initiate the offense and make tough shots for the team and basically is the head of the offense. And for the opposing team, the first option player is usually the player that they focus on. The defensive strategy and the game plan is basically predicated on stopping the first option player. With this being the definition of what a first option player is, it's without doubt that Michael Jordan is a first option player. And with that said, that would make Michael Jordan the best player as a first option to have the most championships. Because if we go to Michael Jordan and what he did with the Chicago Bulls and the amount of shot attempts that he took under the Bulls, we can see that Michael Jordan won the most championships as the first option for his team, which would lend to him being the GOAT and definitely fit the criteria that most of his fans would like to say when we talk about Michael Jordan and his greatness. And looking at the criteria at the players who led their team in field goal attempts for that season and actually won a championship, you can see the guys that fall behind are guys like LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. You can see guys like Larry Bird, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on this list. But if we take it a step further, which is what Michael Jordan fans love to talk about, which is the actual offensive load of what Michael Jordan did for his career, if we look at the guys who led their team in points per game for that season and also won an NBA championship, you can see Michael Jordan also did that the most in NBA history. So when we're talking about Michael Jordan being a first option, which is a true basketball terminology, and it's not a subjective take, we can clearly see this is the only thing that makes Michael Jordan the GOAT of basketball. Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever.
You get to enjoy B. Lee and A. Johnny talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern Time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.